Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael and thank you for joining me for another exciting Transfer Tuesday video. And in today's video, we are going to be seeing some big money moves happening in regards to further paying off my student loan debt, which is exciting. If you've been following my channel for any length of time, you know I have been taking you guys with me for a journey of paying off over $140,000 worth of student loan debt. Now it has dwindled down to just over $24,000 left, which means that the finish line is nearly in sight. We are getting very close to that date of hitting zero with my student loan debts. As many of you know, well, next month is October, which means that the official pause on the student loans will be officially over. I think it's October 16th when the loans will be due again. But in today's video, what I would like to do is take another big, giant step towards that finish line of being debt-free and putting aside and putting down towards my student loan debt another big sum of money. Now, what I did off camera was that I went into my student loan website with Nelnet. That's where my student loans transferred to. And I tried to find the loan that had the highest interest rate but also a manageable principal outstanding on the loan. And what I did was I found one that was for $2,138.57. This specific loan had an interest rate of 4.667 interest. So the first transfer on today's Transfer Tuesday for this week is transferring $2,138.57 to this loan, one of my student loans, and officially checking off the box for another student loan that is no longer with us. Every time one of those little loans disappears, especially if it's one with a high interest rate, it's always nice to see because that means the interest that gets calculated each month moving forward will be lower. And also that means I will be a whole lot closer to the finish line. So this should bring my total student loan debt down to now, I think, somewhere around $22,000 left. That is exciting news. That's the first transfer of this specific Transfer Tuesday. The second transfer of this Transfer Tuesday is rather different. It doesn't really have anything to do with paying off student loans, but it is a money transfer, and that is transferring $450 from my sinking fund, which is located in my Ally Savings Bank. It's an online banking account, transferring it from that sinking fund specifically for vacations and putting it into my bank account so I can pay off vacation fees. I shouldn't say fees, but just vacation expenses. My wife and I recently went on vacation to celebrate our wedding anniversary, and I have this specific sinking fund set aside for specific occasions just like this. So thankfully that $450 will help really absorb a lot of the cost for our vacation. Not all of it, but quite a big chunk of it, which is nice to have. So I am a big proponent of having a sinking fund, whether it's specifically an envelope that you legit stuff cash into, or it's an online banking account that you just transfer money to each month. I transfer $50 each month to one of the 3 sinking funds I have. I found it to be really helpful. It cuts down on the financial stress that you can experience. You know that you have money set aside for a future expense. I tend to get stressed out about things like vacations and Christmas, and I have 2 specific sinking funds that I use just for that purpose of covering the bills of vacations, which we don't really take a ton of. We maybe do like 1 or 2 a year, and they're not really that extravagant. Again, they're pretty mild vacations. But yeah, so big proponent of sinking funds. So $450 transferred from my online bank account to my regular bank account to help cover the bills. I did put pretty much everything on my credit card, so I'll just be submitting that payment here shortly. The last thing I wanted to touch on with this Transfer Tuesday video, which it's not exactly a transfer I'm making, but it's thinking ahead of the future transfers I'm going to be making, especially starting next month as the student loans will be back online, officially due. And you guys know my goal is to get rid of them as fast as I can so that interest does not weigh down on the loan. And I'm trying to continue with doing $3,000 a month, hoping I can do that. Just to share a little bit of a life update with you guys, my regular W-2 income earning job all summer long was very slow in comparison to where I was last summer, meaning that I don't have a lot more disposable income as I did previously, like this time last year. Now, it doesn't mean I'm in like a rough spot. I'm just letting you guys know that, you know, in my mind, I like to see my bank account at a certain number, and that means like I'm safe. If a car breaks down, we have the necessary expenses. And, you know, when I had $46,000 sitting in an online savings bank, I felt very comfortable about just throwing $3,000 towards that every single month because, in theory, if I did need money, I could just pull it out of that account. But now that I have sent all that money away to Nelnet, I don't have that safety blanket. So even though we are okay financially, there's now not a big of a safety net underneath us. It's not as cushioned. There still is a net there, but emergency fund, you know. But it's not as big, it's not as cushiony as that $46,000 in the Ally Savings Bank when I had it. So, yeah, moving forward, these transfers, I'm going to have to like think through them a little bit more and just make sure that all the ducks are in a row so that I can continue to do $3,000 a month. As you may have noticed this month, if you were taking inventory, I did not do $3,000 for the month of September. I really didn't plan on it. In fact, I planned on September being a catch-up month financially, trying to take things a little bit easier financially, so that I'm able to catch up and be ready to do $3,000 starting in October, especially with, you know, Christmas and those type of things coming up. It might get a little difficult to do that, but just a good news, my W-2 regular earning income job is what appears to be in full swing right now. A lot of patience, so that's a good thing. It means I get paid on commission, so it's good to have people to see. And on top of that, my side hustle income that I do with working with the school district, seeing preschool age kids for occupational therapy, that is in full swing right now, and I have a full caseload with that as well. So I appreciate that. I feel blessed that I'm able to have both of these kind of positions, and they work seamlessly together. They don't really interfere with the work, which is awesome. You know, it's not like I have to take a Saturday to do something extra. They just work together throughout the week. Anyway, I just want to share that life story, that life update with you guys, and I hope you all are doing well. Leave a comment down below how things are going with your debt payoff journey. If you're in a debt payoff journey or coming out of one or wherever you're at. It's always nice to see other people encouraging, not just myself, but other people on this channel to continue pressing on with their financial goals because, you know, when we do things together, it's a lot easier. It's the light at the end of the tunnel seems less distant when you have other people to link arms with. So thank you guys so much, and be sure to stay tuned for the next Transfer Tuesday video. Take care.